me link my sound up. We'll talk to this guy right here, see if he wants to talk.
That's me.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Mind if I interview you about your sign?
Sure.
All right, can you tell me what your sign says and what it means to you?
Expand sanctuary and PARs. We want the city to stop sharing its arrest database with ICE.
The arrest database, is that what PARS is?
Yeah. I forget the exact acronym, but it's a database.
Okay.
It's a database for arrests. And the city claims to be a sanctuary city. We want the city to actually be a sanctuary city by curtailing ICE.
All right. Is there anything else that you're out here for? Anything else?
Well, I brought a sign this morning. I think the weather got it. It said God's love knows no borders, and that's really why I'm here. I'm a pastor, and I don't believe that God's love stops at the Mexican border or at the Canadian border or at any other border.
And then what do you
that
think?
Everybody is our neighbor.
What do you think about the concern a lot of people on the right have about if the illegal immigrants come over and are not paying into the taxes but receiving welfare benefits, how that will affect?
Well, actually, it's kind of the. I mean, my experience, and I helped a Liberian immigrant come here, bring his wife here, and my experience is they pay taxes and they get little, if anything, in the way of benefits. So I think the right wing has it exactly backwards.
And as far as separating children from their family goes,
it's an obscenity.
It is an obscenity. So do you believe that the government should exist if its basis is separating children from their families?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
If the foundation of the government, what it's founded on and how it exists, is through separating children from their families, is it something that should even exist?
Well, on that hypothetical, no. Although there's a lot. I don't think that's the only basis for government, but certainly this government, what it's doing is making itself illegitimate, I would say.
Well, if the government doesn't collect taxes, then it can't exist. It's funded through taxes, right?
Right.
And if you don't pay your taxes, you go to jail and get separated from your family. So the government exists through this threat of separating people from their families.
Well, that is one way of looking at it.
Right. So do you think maybe we should be looking into, instead of abolishing ICE, abolishing the government on the whole?
Not quite ready to go there yet.
No?
I'm not quite ready to go there yet. Certainly would give it some thought.
Okay, so when is it appropriate for somebody to separate children from their families of someone who's done no wrong?
I would say that I could not come up with a rationale for that.
So it's never appropriate, but still you think that a government that exists on that is appropriate to have?
Well, I don't know. I don't have that. I can't give you that answer.
All right. And when is it appropriate to violate the consent of minorities?
That's a broad question. I mean, basically, I would say, broadly that shouldn't be violated, but
the rights of minorities should never be violated.
Again, we'd have to look at circumstances.
If they've a group of minorities who's done nothing wrong, when is it acceptable to violate their rights? Never.
If they've done nothing wrong, it's never acceptable.
Okay, so and then government also exists through that premise of violating the rights of minorities. As you vote, the 51% gets to tell the 49% people what they can and cannot do. So the whole existence is based on separating children from their families and violating the consent of minorities. So why do you believe that it's still appropriate for government to exist?
Well, I think it would be very difficult to have a society without some sort of
without separating children from their families and violating consent of minorities.
Without some sort of authority.
All right. So you believe that
who are you, by the way?
I'm David.
I'm Dave. Yeah, so am I actually.
Nice to meet you, David.
What organization are you with?
This is with my YouTube channel. It's the Anarchistpost.
Okay, all right.
So just you can look me up on YouTube.
Okay.
I got just like 100 subscribers. It's a small channel.
I'm not an anarchist, but
right.
You know.
So yeah, the point of me coming out here is to ask questions like that of
Absolutely.
why anarchy is peaceful and the government is violence. And
right.
you know, this is one way it's violence is ICE, but
Right.
there's a lot of other ways that it's violent, and its existence is based in violence. So
Right.
that's the point of my videos is to show that anarchy is peaceful and government's violence. And yeah, just to get a feel of what people are doing out here.
Right. Okay. Very good.
All right, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Yep.